Now we gotta talk. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I just basically sit over here and waited for this. I knew what we was gonna get. I knew there was gonna be all these excuses, man. I sit over here and I say, okay, let's see what everybody talking about. You see how the blame game and the criticize and the criticism go around when you really like somebody and then the other person you don't really like or you got a problem with him? You got two people going up there. Shedeur got in the game. Shedeur Sanders played his game, that preseason game, and was getting criticized. He didn't play good. He held the ball. He did this. Everybody swaying one way, not the other way, just because of what's on the back of his jersey. The Sanders name on the back of his jersey. When his father was one of the greatest football players of all time. And so what I wanted to see was if Arch Manning have a bad game, if criticism for Arch Manning if he have a bad game. And just what I expected. I'm on First Take watching all these shows and it's a whole bunch of excuses. Everybody making excuses. Oh, he played against Ohio State. They was in the national championship last year. They played. Boom, boom, boom. It's a bunch of excuses. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to notice, and that's what I was saying before. You like who you like. And if you like somebody and you don't like the other person, you going if the guy ain't playing good and you like him, you're going to give him every oh, this went wrong. The coach, the defense, the boo, 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 boo. Then Shedeur Sanders get in the game and play. And all his offensive linemen that had to block for him got let go, got waived. And it's no excuses. Oh, he's got to play better. He's got to do this. Just because you like one person and you dislike the person don't mean you can't tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know, Arch Manning, he got in the game, he played like trash. I never knew what the hype about. I never knew what the hype was about. You know, just because he got Manning on his back, that ain't Peyton Manning or Eli Manning's son. That's a nephew. But just because he got that on the back of his jersey, everybody is hype. But it's a good hype. Because it's a Manning. It's a good hype. Shedeur Sanders. He got the Sanders on his back. Why is that not a good hype? His daddy was one of the greatest players of all time. One of the greatest players, if not top 3 greatest player of all time. Just all around player. That's who he was. So he comes from the same DNA. Like this is his father. But he's not humble. He's such and such. He's not this. Go to college. Do his thing in college. You can say what you want to say. He went to Jackson State, did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Then he went to Colorado the first year. What did y'all expect? He had to build a team. The second year, got better. Made a bowl game. Go off to the league. Like even Cam Ward, I watched the interview with Cam Ward saying he thought him and Shedeur was going to be 1 or 2. Him 1, Shedeur 2, Shedeur 1, him number 2. Even the number 1 draft pick was thinking that, and he went in the 5th round because you like who you like. One person, you don't like his dad because he was a flashy guy. Pay me, do this. Brad's kind of attitude. But the other family, you in love with it, the Manning family, the greatest football family. What? Why would we say that? Like, why are we, I just don't like the people being a hypocrite. I just don't like that. I watched First Take and I was disappointed. I was disappointed in Stephen A. I'm always disappointed in Stephen A, man, because he's a tap dancing. But I'm thinking Cam Newton finna keep the real. He finna tell the truth. And he gets on there and say, y'all, we don't need to panic. We don't need to panic. This dude had like 37 yards going into the 4th quarter. We don't need to panic. If that would have been a Shedeur Sanders, man, people would have been going crazy on him. Crazy on him. With all them offensive weapons, defense that Texas got, you putting Shedeur in the game trying to judge him out playing with people that ain't going to make the team. And really it was hard. Oh, look at that. You don't talk about the Carolina game. Oh, that's just nothing. It's like you're being unfair. And I knew they was gonna do that. So I waited. And did I want Arch Manning to fail? Nah, I don't want Arch Manning to fail. I'm not a Texas fan. But did I want Arch Manning to fail? Nah, I don't want nobody to fail. But I was just wondering, if he have a bad game, I wonder how they gonna attack that, how to approach that. Oh, he's a game changer. He's a once in a lifetime type of player. He didn't look like that to me. I don't know what y'all was watching. You know what I'm saying? What y'all wanted him to be that? You know what I'm saying? Because I know when he got there, like I said, once he got in there that when he hopped in the game when the other quarterback Quentin was having a bad game last year. When he got in the game, had halftime, they had to take Manning back out the game. That's how bad he was playing. And then what he showed me against Ohio State, I don't want to hear that about, man, you're supposed to get in there with all these weapons and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Play your game. I ain't never heard so many people blaming the coaches in my life. Yeah, it's the coach. He put him in a predicament. Man, Patricia, he was coaching in the NFL, so he threw all these defensive schemes at him that the NFL use. What you expect him to do? What? Like, yeah, that's why I say, do we make excuses for people we like? Like, it don't even make no sense. I just cannot stand the hypocrisy people be using and people just being hypocrites of one person. I think it's sometimes that's just what it is. If they like you, they're not going to criticize you. If they don't like you, they're going to find every reason to criticize you. And this guy that been playing, like what Shedeur did in college, I don't want to keep beating a dead, you know what I'm saying, beating a dead, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. But what they did to this guy was so unfair. And how they talk about Shedeur and how they talk about Arch Manning is just the polar opposite. He's coming into the season, he's the Heisman favorite. I didn't see no Heisman favorite. Like, what was y'all watching? Or y'all just want him to be the Heisman favorite? Because his daddy, his uncles, or the Mannings. Peyton Manning's a Hall of Fame, a great quarterback. Eli Manning, not so great of a quarterback. He gonna stand on beating Tom Brady 2 times, and that's a big mountain to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big old accomplishment. You beat the GOAT in the Super Bowl 2 times. But how are we judging people? Like, are we being fair when we judge people? That's what I want to know, man. I don't like people just being hypocrites, and it seems like people are being hypocrites. The bashing, why do one family member that why one great family member, like, it's a punishment to have a great father being Deion Sanders, but on the other end, it's a football royalty when your nephew is playing. Like, your nephew, not even one of your kids, like your nephew. And they so hyped on that, like all the Manning family. No, I come for. I ain't get to watch the daddy play. Peyton Manning was a beast. Eli Manning, but you just go from there. Like, Shedeur daddy is Deion Sanders, probably one of the greatest players of all time, and y'all held that against him. Like, y'all hold that against him. Like, oh, he act too brash. He's not humble enough. They both come from rich families. Like, they both come from upbringings where they didn't ever have to want for nothing. Like, what's the difference? What's the difference? Why when we come, I be thinking a lot of times when a guy of another pigmentation come from a well-off family, like, people don't look at that like, oh, he's a spoiled brat. He's a this, he's a that. I remember when Johnny Manziel came out, Johnny Manziel was getting in all kind of trouble. And he came from a money family, all family. Like, why is it always I just don't like the double standard. It's always a double standard. Like, this guy did what he was supposed to do in college football and was supposed to be picked and selected where he was selected. He wasn't supposed to be selected in the 5th round, but they try to play on him and hold the brashness and everything his dad did, which is great in the NFL. Hold it against him. Oh, he's not his dad. He don't have his speed. He don't got this. He don't got this. But we praising a guy that ain't even showed nothing. And then he gets in there his first game and look like straight garbage. And now we on TV, just because of this, he could have did this, they could have put him in a better position. I don't never hear that when it's got something to do with Shedeur. They put him in every situation where he can fail, and he keeps coming through, and he keeps playing. And now y'all wait, look, put him in there with a line, and ain't gonna be there. Nobody can protect him. He holds the ball too much. He's trying to make a play. If, man, he hiking the ball, and y'all standing in the backfield about to tackle him, like, what do you want the guy to do? He's trying to make a play. He's trying to make a splash. He's trying to get out of here. He's showing his elusiveness. But if you can't even block the guy coming back, if I look around and as soon as I hike the ball, I got 2 dudes coming off the edge and nobody's blocking them, what you want me to do? That's why you let the whole offensive line go. Because you know they couldn't block. Because if they could block, they'd be on the team. Why you got me in here playing with these guys? You trying to get me hurt, or you trying to embarrass me? And then you're going to take me out and not even let me have a 2-minute drive? Coach Stefanski trying to embarrass. But I'm just saying. I know it's a difference. It's a double standard. Criticize still. I mean, when Shedeur had a good preseason game, it's just a preseason. When he had a bad one, oh, that's who he is. Arch Manning, if he would have had a great game, Heisman favorite, everybody loved him, we told you. Bad game, let's blame the coaches. You see something weird about that? That's a weird dynamic that we live in where one person get judged one way, the other person get judged the other way. It's not his fault, it's the coach. It's the defensive scheme from the other team. But when you go to a Shedeur, it's, oh, he supposed to do this, he hold the ball too long. When he hiking the ball, the dudes in the backfield like they play on his team. And like this, it's a double standard. I knew it was coming. I was waiting on it. And I was waiting for everybody to say what they was going to say on first, taking all these bull crap shows, talking about Arch Manning. And I got exactly what I was expecting to get. People making all these excuses about what happened and trying to cover for this guy when he didn't have a good game. And I don't even know if he's going to have he might end up having a great rest of his college career, go on, win the Heisman, and go #1. But if we're going to keep it real, let's keep it real. Judge people on the same standard. He had a bad game, say he had a bad game. Stop making them excuses. Because when Shedeur had a bad game, you're not saying that. And it's always a double standard. It's a double standard, dog. When this person have a bad game, hey, such and such. It's always a double standard. And I just don't like the double standard. I want people to keep it real. If he had a bad game, say he had a bad game. Stop making excuses. Because everybody not getting them excuses. And if you're not going to give them excuses to everybody, don't give them to nobody. And Deion Sanders was a great football player. And don't hold that against his son because he's a great football player. It's like when it's somebody else you want to promote him, like you want to, oh, he was, his dad, his uncle was his uncle. But when it gets to Shedeur, it's a negative. He grew up with a rich family. He grew up, he didn't have to want for nothing. He's not a humble person because his dad was a great football player and put him in a situation where he can flourish and ain't got to worry about money and grow up like a lot of the rest of the people get to grow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having support, being able to do what you want to do. And why is it when it's on Shedeur end, it's a negative? Why it's not a positive? Why we haven't never looked at that as a positive? All I've been hearing is, oh, he's not humble. He's a spoiled brat. He's such and such. Why is that a bad thing? I thought that would have been the whole idea. I think I wouldn't care if my son was a spoiled brat. I mean, I did my job. Like, why is he held to a standard where it's not a good thing on Shedeur part? But on Arch Manning, oh, he's come from a football family. It's great, man. We're going to support him. We want him to do great. One person you want to do great, one person you want not to do great. And what he showed me, I haven't seen nothing from Arch Manning to make everybody be so excited. I haven't seen nothing. There ain't nothing I seen where I'm like, oh, man, he's the guy. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. Ain't nothing I done seen, you know what I'm saying? So people can say what they want to say. And I was just waiting. I was just waiting to see what they was gonna say. I was waiting on Monday, so I can see what everybody was gonna say and make all these excuses. And exactly what I thought everybody was gonna do ended up happening. Everybody made 1,000 excuses for this guy, and Shedeur Sanders, they stood on his throat and told him, "Look at him. This why he's a fifth rounder. Like, y'all just walked over the Carolina game. This dude don't got no starters, nobody to throw the ball to, nobody to protect him. But look, y'all, this is why he a fifth rounder. Look who Joe Flacco played with. Look who Dylan Gabriel played with. Look who they put Shedeur Sanders in the game with. And that's how they played the game, man. But how y'all feel about that, man? I knew this was gonna happen. I was just waiting on it. That's why I watched first taking it, kind of ticked me off. Because Stephen A., the tap dancer of the year, and I thought Cam Newton was gonna bring the smoke. But he didn't. He came in there the same way. We don't need to panic. You know, he's going to be okay. Okay. Yeah. Some people get that. Some people don't. And that's the world we just living in, man. That's just how it is. And I'm not rocking with it. I'm going to call it how I see it. If you're going to be fair up and down. Don't just let it go one way. Like when you criticize one person, but just because you like this guy, you're going to favor him. You know what I'm saying? Hope for him to do good, wish for him to do good, and wish for him to do bad. And I'm not with that. I'm going to call it how I see it, and I'm going to call it right. And if y'all want to play that game like that, guess what? I'm not. Tell me how you feel about it, man. Like, comment, subscribe on my video. How you feel about Shedeur getting criticized how he did? Arch Manning had a bad game. Everybody want to babysit. Huh? Yeah. All right. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe on my video.